big news for Atlanta Falcons fans. A surprising draft pick? Hello, Atlanta Falcons fans. We've got some exciting news for you today, and you won't want to miss it. So, get ready because there's a lot to talk about. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help grow our Falcons community. Your support helps us bring you the latest updates on your favorite team. Now, let's get straight to today's news. Falcons draft a Georgia star in latest NFL mock draft. The NFL Combine is almost here, which means the NFL Draft is right around the corner. As always, the Georgia Bulldogs have plenty of top talent ready to enter the league. And according to the latest NFL mock draft, one of those players might be heading to the Atlanta Falcons. NFL.com analyst Cynthia Freeland recently released her latest mock draft, using a model to predict which players would bring the most wins to each team. Her projection? Former Georgia defensive end Jalen Walker landing with the Falcons at pick number 15 in the first round. Now, this is interesting because the Falcons don't usually draft Georgia players early, but Walker could be exactly what they need. Here's what Freeland had to say about the pick. I don't see the Falcons thinking about anything other than a pass rusher with this pick. Walker brings the skills they need on defense. So, could this be the Falcons' next big move? Stay tuned as we break it all down. Why Jalen Walker could be a game changer for the Falcons. One thing that makes Jalen Walker special: his relentless effort and ability to make a second move off the edge, something that reminds scouts of Cam Jordan in his prime. That kind of talent is rare, and Walker is one of the best at it in this draft class. Another bonus? He's a versatile defender with experience playing off-ball linebacker, making him even more valuable for a team like the Falcons that needs help on defense. Walker had a breakout season last year, proving himself as one of Georgia's most dominant defensive players. His college stats speak for themselves. Career stats: 12.5 sacks, 19 tackles for loss, 89 total tackles. 2024 stats alone: 6.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, 60 tackles. He consistently stepped up in big moments, showing why he deserves to be a top 15 draft pick. If the Falcons draft him, he could be the defensive playmaker they've been missing. Could the Falcons land superstar pass rusher Myles Garrett? Now, let's shift gears to another big defensive name: Myles Garrett. Garrett has been the face of the Cleveland Browns ever since Baker Mayfield left, and there hasn't been another star on that team with his level of impact. But now, with rumors swirling about a possible trade request, could the Falcons make a move for him? It's rare for a generational pass rusher to become available in his prime, and teams across the league are keeping a close eye on the situation. Of course, Falcons fans would love to see him in Atlanta, but the big question is, what would it take to win a bidding war for Myles Garrett? That's tough to answer until we know for sure if Cleveland is willing to trade him. But one thing is certain: if Garrett becomes available, the Falcons must do their homework to see if they can make a competitive offer. Would you want to see Walker and Garrett leading the Falcons' defense? Let us know your thoughts. To land a player like Garrett, a team should be ready to offer at least 2 first-round picks and maybe even a second-round pick. This is a fair deal when you think about the value of similar star players who have been traded in the past. Garrett has 2 years left on his contract, and he would likely agree to an extension with whoever is fortunate enough to sign him. It's unlikely that the team will accept any offer that doesn't start with 2 first-round picks. The Falcons could sweeten their proposal by including a young player like Tyler Allgeier, who has shown great potential and is still a cost-effective option for the Browns at a position they need to fill. No matter who ends up winning the bidding war, it's important to understand that trading for Garrett means giving up 2 years of first-round picks. However, considering how Terry Fontenot has successfully drafted in the past, this isn't a huge sacrifice for Atlanta. The chances of finding a player with Garrett's level of impact are very low. With that in mind, the Falcons should keep a close eye on this situation and be ready to act if the opportunity arises to bring in a player who can significantly strengthen their struggling defense.